imagine, how many of y'all work either a part-time or a full-time job alongside of this amazing business? So if you look around, you see a lot of people who do that. And so I'm excited. I've been working with these three girls, and we've had a few Zoom calls. I'm sure you can imagine how much fun that was. And I'm basically Oprah without the paycheck today. And so I'm going to introduce each one of these girls, and then we're going to kind of get started sharing just some really great, tangible tips for those of you who are working a full-time and part-time job. So let's start with our 2019 Servant Leader Award recipient, Tammy O'Connor. Tammy has been in Premier for 10 years, and she is a paralegal, right? So she's a paralegal out of Chicago, and she's got some amazing tips that are going to really help you working that job. And then we have the funny Diane Leahy. She kept us all in stitches. I know you're not surprised. And Diane has been a kindergarten teacher for 35 years. Now, I had to ask her backstage, I go, are you seriously 35 years she's been a teacher? 35 years, and she's been in Premier for 12 years. And so she is a kindergarten teacher, so this is going to be a lot of fun. And then we have a very prestigious doctor. We have someone, Stacy, come on out here. She's so sassy, and we call her Dr. Stacy. And she is well, we were kind of laughing that you basically do the same thing. Yeah. Sort of. Stacy's been in Premier for 2.5 years. She's a designer. And I just find this fascinating. She is a professor of urban politics, public administration, and American government, which I know nothing of any of those. So I feel like I need to take one. So girls, take your seat. Let's get started. Have a seat in these cute pink chairs. Cross your legs if you're more comfortable that way. Settle in for the moment. The first question I really wanted to address with these girls, you know me, I always love to come from the most positive place possible. And so there are great positives, right? Oh my God. Tammy, to having a part-time or a full-time job alongside of your career business. So speak to those about all the great things that go into your day and how that kind of all works together.
Absolutely. First I want to say, Premier has been a blessing in my life, and pretty much from day one. So that was really important that I wanted to continue that. When I started Premier, my family was in medical debt. Very heavy medical debt. My son had a lot of issues when he was born, and we just couldn't seem to get out of it.
Sure.
And I went to a show, and I saw how much money she made, and I thought,
wait, how much money did she make?
Like $500
in one night?
Yeah. So now, I put in a lot of hours downtown and my commute, so I was pretty impressed. And to be honest, I was very skeptical. I did not want to be a jeweler at all. I'm a paralegal. I'm a numbers girl. And, but you know what? I had a need. And God had other plans for me. So I kind of went in kicking and screaming, I like to say. And, but a couple things happened very quickly. Number one, I started making money. I mean, we come home with money after just a couple of hours, right? And I was only away from my family 4 hours instead of 12.
Right.
And that to me was huge because my commute is 3 hours a day.
Wow.
So, yes. I leave the house at like 7:20 and I get home about 6:45. So to be able to make a little bit, or a lot of extra money in 4 hours and be away from my family was pretty ideal. I realized, I don't have to just, I think most people think traditional jobs are the only way to make money.
Right.
And I think we need to change our mindset because there's a lot of money to be made. And I remember my very first show and I was scared to death. First of all, you have to understand I'm an introvert. So I can go into my office at my day job, shut the door, and I don't have to talk to anybody if I don't want to. So, I'm terrified. That thought of getting out there was really difficult for me. And as I said, God had other plans for me. So my very first show, I came home with $500 in my pocket. But I have to tell you, I came home and for some reason I wore a red shirt and my face was as red as my shirt.
Wait, your face is what?
As red as my shirt. I remember catching my sight in the mirror. And I went, oh my God, what was you thinking? So my husband said to me, so how was it? And I said, oh my God, I was shaking, I was sweating, I was so nervous. He goes, oh, you didn't make any money? I'm like, yeah, I made $500. And he goes, you better learn to love this business. I'm like, yeah.
He didn't care what color
He did not care. It's like the man and woman thing, right?
Yeah.
So, and the second thing that happened was I was so excited about the prospect of you can make this kind of money and in a short period of time. You can't go to a department store or pretty much anywhere and make that kind of money, right? Unless you're gone all day like I was. So I started sharing that. I would just start setting up my table and start talking to the hostess and say, this has been incredible, and as time went on, I started sponsoring, and it's really nice when you get your first commission checks, right? So, I think that when you see the blessings in your life and you see the changes that start to happen in your family, it makes a huge difference. And it's changed my life in way more ways than I ever expected. Obviously financially. Most people get into Premier financially. And yes, we were able to pay off that medical debt. And we remodeled our house. We went on some fantastic vacations with Premier and without Premier. So it has been a huge blessing financially. Family-wise, when you're in debt, it puts a lot of stress on your family. And it doesn't make things really easy. And it's so much nicer to have an opportunity to see changes, to have a future. When you're in debt, you just can't think beyond your next paycheck.
Right.
So to be able to, my husband and I sit back going, oh my God, this is going to be our future. And I think that was huge. He saw the big picture, I saw the big picture, and we made it a family situation. And that to me said eons.
I just want to comment on that because I know I've said this before and I've heard a lot of leaders and jewelers say this, that when you're dealing with a situation of debt, you have to do something above and beyond, which you were already doing.
Absolutely.
Right? To start paying that down.
Right.
And
I just realized I had a need and I needed to do what I needed to do.
Sure.
And it wasn't something that I was comfortable with.
Sure.
That's when when people go, oh, I can never do that. I'm like, ha ha ha. Trust me, you can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah.
I never thought I would train. Look at me now. So,
yeah.
Anyway, and spiritually,
Huge positive.
huge positive. I went to a Lutheran school all through, from kindergarten through 8th grade. My mom got sick and passed away in 7th grade. And, prior to that, I swore I was going to be a Lutheran school teacher. That was my dream. That was my goal. And after my mom died, our family fell apart. Everything changed. And, I don't know what. Okay, everything changed. I was angry. I was angry for a really long time. And when I tell people that a company like Premier can bring you back to your faith, I think that's huge. And when I say it's so much more, it's absolutely that much more. And and as I said earlier, Premier has given us a vision for our family. This is our retirement. My husband and I love this. I think he knows everybody here.
I see him walking all over.
That's right. And plus, we get to wear the jewelry, right?
I know.
So I get to wear it to my day job. They love the jewelry. I get so many orders from them.
So many positives.
So many positives. I get orders on the train. Somebody turned around just 2 weeks ago at the train and goes, oh my God, I love your necklace. I'm like, oh, here's a
catalog.
Do you want to book a show?
I should have like taken the train to like Tom Thumb or something. Maybe Starbucks.
Well,
Not a bad idea.
well, and she booked a show. So, you know, you just got to keep your eyes open and your ears open. And because I'm here to tell you that you can build a business alongside your day job. You know, I hopefully that you will see that with us ladies up here, that you know, that it's very true. But you have to be consistent. You're going to hear this over and over again. You have to be consistent. You have to be organized. And most importantly, you have to know your why and you have to know your vision. Because without that, it's going to be very difficult to move on in your business because times are going to get tough. And if you don't,
And I want to come back to that vision why thing.
Absolutely.
Here in a second, because you and I talked, you really touched my heart when you spoke to me about that why and that vision that you have.
Absolutely.
I know that's why you got that award. Because she has such a great vision. Right, Diane?
Yes, she does have that.
All right, Miss Leahy. Miss Leahy, it's your turn.
We don't call out, we raise our hand.
Here's what I wanted. What'd you say?
We don't call out, we raise our hand.
Oh,
Back in the act, back on
I
track.
would be the first one. You are so awesome. How many times have you gotten Teacher of the Year? What was that?
I don't know.
Okay, so we have a great question for her because I know I have a lot of jewelers who work full-time and part-time, and this comes up a lot. You're at your job, how do you network? How is it okay to let them know that you're the jewelry lady or you're the stylist without kind of crossing that line, if you will? So speak to that.
I think the most important thing is don't think of yourself as the jewelry sales lady. Think of yourself as their jewelry BFF. After all, you have lots to give, right? You're the one who can get them free jewelry. You're the one who can get them the discounts. You're the one that can help them with fundraisers when their kids want to go on those expensive activities and sporting things, right? You're the one who can help them with all the latest fashion tips. Girls want that. We want to know what's in, what's hot, and what's trending, right? You're the one who can help them. Don't think of yourself as the taker, but as the giver. So basically, they never had a friend like you, right? Be thinking of ways that you can, at your work, start jewelry conversations. You always want to be thinking like that. So I keep a catalog rolled up in my purse all the time so that when I'm walking around, they'll see that and somebody might ask me a question about it. I always keep one catalog on my desk and people will come in and they'll say, oh, can I have that catalog? And I'll always say, oh, not that one. That's the one that stays on my desk, but I have one in the car if you want to go out with me and get it. And of course, out there, I have some jewelry that they can see, right? Just putting on the seat, right?
Amazing.
And sometimes we'll go further and we'll say, like, want to go to coffee, right? I mean, it just makes sense, right? It works out good. So you just are kind of keeping that conversation going. The next thing I do is I always have one tray. Here's what's going to happen. You come back from rally, we all got a whole bunch of jewelry, right? And you guys take it all to work and set it up. You're hanging it on the chandeliers, and like on the lights. Don't take everything. Just take, I love it, it's in collections now. Just take maybe one tray with a collection in it. And you don't have to say a word. You don't have to say, the jewelry's in my office. They'll find the jewelry, okay? It's like, they can smell it, right? They'll find the jewelry and they'll be playing around in there. But then a couple of days later, bring a different tray, right? And have that out there so that, because it keeps those jewelry conversations going. Then when somebody says the awkward thing of, how much does this one cost? Because you know that's gonna happen, right? I say, girl, my friends don't have to ever buy jewelry. You can get it free, you can get it discounted, you don't pay full price for jewelry with me. Let's go to coffee and talk about it, right? It's easy, it just gets conversation. Another thing I might say is, hey, you know what? A lot of other girls here are gonna want jewelry. If you'll collect, I'll give you a couple catalogs. If you'll collect $200 for me, yeah, I'll let you have the free. How does that sound? Like a good deal to you, right? They usually love that. Obviously you wanna wear the jewelry, okay? So you kind of talk to them that, which is awesome. Here's what happens. You need to know what to say when you're wearing the jewelry. Because the comfortable thing for us as women when someone compliments us is to say, thank you, you're so sweet, and then we move on, right? And then we go later, oh, I know I should have told her, I know I should have told her, right? Exactly, missed opportunities. But it's too salesy to go, oh, well, that'll be $59.95 plus tax, plus shipping, and I have an order form in my office. But wait, if you want to sign up for the gym membership, that's an extra $39. This would be great, and then we just keep this going forever and ever and ever, right? Okay, you've gone too far, right? So you got to keep it like girlfriend talk, right? You're their jewelry girlfriend, so keep it like you're their BFF. I just always say something like, you are so kind, thank you for noticing. Do you know what? Do you have a Facebook account? Because I would love to get you in my VIP group. Right now, I'm doing a free giveaway, so you definitely want to get on there. You know what? I can tell you how to get this piece for free. If they really want it, I'll say, listen, Friday I'm putting in an order. If you want to place an order for it, it's going on Friday.
Friday we're putting in orders.
Friday's the day.
Somebody write that down for me and text that.
Always use that girlfriend talk. Always, for me, I'm always looking at ways to get them away from the work situation and into a girlfriend situation, which is coffee or tea. I'll have 5 cups of tea a day. I'm like, this is how I get this. You know me at Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts. Use girlfriend talk. If it sounds pushy in your head before you say it, it is pushy. Don't say it that way. But don't not say it, because it's comfortable for us to go like, oh, I just won't say anything. Just reword it in your head. How could I make that sound like a girlfriend chat, like girlfriend talk? Sometimes make sure it's you, and make sure it's authentically you. Don't copy and paste somebody else's verbiage. Get their verbiage, read it, you're welcome. Get it, read it, but then go like this. How can I make that sound like me? How does it sound like me? Reword it, because that's what your girlfriends want. They want that girlfriend chat, right? And then, if that doesn't work, you plan a pizza and premiere party at work. My dad used to always say there's no free lunch, but there can be if you're paying for it, right? They can all have free lunch. They will come, and believe me, you will sell jewelry. Like, it will be easy for you. I know that all seems obvious. This is going to seem way obvious. I'm going to say it, but I can't believe how often I forget this, and I'm ashamed of that, but don't forget to pray. So prayer is the easiest thing to do, and it's the easiest thing to forget to do. Pray that God will help you to connect with people. Pray that He will open doors for you, and you will not believe the things that He will do for you if you'll give it to Him and pray.
That's awesome. So kind of going back to now, Connie Allred, she spoke at our designer luncheon, and one of the things that she said was the business journal, when she talked about that. Connie, I think you're sitting right over here. I mean, I journal, but I have never had a business journal. So that would be a great thing, to start as far as your prayer time, right, for your business. Always pray for probably everything but that at times. Yeah, of course. So thank you. Now, before I go on to Dr. Fabulous, I just want to ask, because I know both of you all have kids, just give me like 2 seconds, if you can, each of y'all. What are some things that you did or do, like to kind of juggle the whole kid thing with Premier and full-time job? I mean, you've got to have the best casserole recipe ever.
Got my husband involved.
Oh, got your husband involved.
Honey, I have a show. Time to order pizza.
Okay. All right. So get the husband involved.
Yeah, get the husband involved. They know what you're doing. They know why you're doing it, and that's really important. Right? They have to know why you're doing it. You're not just going out going out with the girls.
I remember when, and I don't have a full-time job, so I can't really speak to that, but I will tell you this. I remember early on in this business, I was making great money, but I was spending every dime. And, I just remember, he wasn't like loading the car at the time, right? He wasn't loading the car, he wasn't unloading the car. And it wasn't because you're not a great husband, but when I started writing a check into the joint account, the car was loaded, the house was clean. And so, full-time job or not, if you get the husband involved and if you pay him a little bit of money, what about Daryl? Talk to me about Daryl.
We all love Daryl.
We all love Daryl.
Yeah, he is really, honestly, the best. Daryl said when I first started, I'm a teacher, right? So I taught I started in the summer. And we had a great business in the summer, put a new roof on the house. We were so excited. And my husband, that was when he got it. Like, he would let me do it, but he got it. Like, wow, he goes, how are we going to pay for this roof? And we're trying to figure it out. And I said, oh, I'll just write a check to you for my Premier account. He goes, you'll write a check? He goes, like a little at a time. I said, no, I'll just pay for the whole thing. He said, you have enough to pay for the whole thing? I said, I have more than that, but I'm going to give you. Great company. He goes, this is awesome that you're making all this money. He said, I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it when we go back to school. I don't know how I'm going to do homework with the kids, how I'm going to do the dinner. I don't know how I'm going to teach all day. I don't know how I'm going to do all that. He said, I'll tell you what, any night that you have a show, because I had showed him the money, right? He said, anytime you have a show, I'll cook the dinner. He's Chef Boyardee Daryl, we call him now.
Daryl, oh my gosh.
Kids. Well, if there's any two things I hate, it's homework with the kids and making dinner. I'm like, in, Daryl, in, awesome. But one thing Elizabeth told me that really helped me with my kids the most, I really think, Elizabeth Draper taught me this little trick. She said, my my youngest was 5, and she really was having a struggle every time I would leave the house to go to a premiere thing. She just wanted me to be with her. So Elizabeth said, get a card, a little reward card, and put it on her door. And every single time that Emily, that I went to a show or I went to anything premiere, I would give her a little sticker. And then at the end, when I said, Em, when you get 5, Mommy's going to take you for a treat. And she said, yes, I'm going to get a hamster. I said, well, not on my
Edible. Not something you have to feed.
Make your rules clear up from the front of the house.
Okay, we are there. We're going to go all the way down to the end. She said I said, give me something uniquely you, babe. She says, I'm a nerd by day and a sparkle boss by night. She's stunning. I love to look at her. I think she's so pretty. She's going to talk to us about how, we just have a few minutes left, but cover like some time management tips, goal setting, how to do all of that with what everything else you do.
Okay, my pleasure. So the key word we all heard today and from everyone is consistency, right? Right? Okay, so let's just do a quick test real quick. How many ladies have a planner? Throw your hands in the air, wave it like this, don't care. Okay, all right, I used to want to be a rapper, so I'm just feeding into that. Okay, so what you need is a consistent and reliable calendar system to track and manage your tasks and daily responsibilities to keep you on track and to use your time the most efficiently, right? So I personally have 3 calendars. 3 is the perfect number, okay? I have a planner that goes with me everywhere. Purse, book bag, campus, office hours, it's with me, right? I have a big desk calendar because visually when you see things, you're able to control your schedule better. And then we all have those really smart tech phones, right, Randy? So use your Google calendars. Your Google calendars are so smart, you can put the address to the show you're going to or where you're going and it pops it right up for you, keep you on track, okay? So I sync all 3 of those and stay on track that way. So I also use a weekly and daily outlook. So I have a nice cute little notepad where I write down my daily tasks and my weekly tasks. So every day I have my tasks written down and I check them off as they get done. So I'm seeing that it's getting done, right? So if I, for whatever reason, because life does get a little crazy, it's not perfect, if I didn't finish a task, I move it to the next thing at the very top so it's a priority to get done, okay? So you want to do that and check it off as you go. Maximize your time by planning your weeks and days out ahead of time. So you know how certain months are for you, how our seasons are, how they change. Map it out in time so you can plan ahead. Move intentionally, okay? Move strategically. Allow time for your show dates, marketing, OPs, personal things, girl time, me time, church time. Set it all up so you can see it and manage it. Don't mix your calendars up because then you get mixed up and confused, right? So keep it on track, okay? Include your social media posting time, all of that. It keeps you on track. If it helps, use color codes, right? Use color code markers in your planner so you know this is what I have to do first, second, third, right? The key is to create a consistent routine by working your business daily. Routine creates good or bad habits depending on how you use them, right? Just like you may get up for your day job to do your routine, do that for your business. If you have to break it down to 15 and 30-minute increments every day to get it done, do that. 15 minutes in the morning, afternoon, dinner, before bed, do that to get it done. doing something is better than doing nothing, even if it's just a little bit, right? You get results done, you create productivity, right? And as we all know, consistency creates better results, right?
Yeah.
Can I get an amen? Okay.
Amen.
All right. This allows you to continuously plant your seeds and sow your seeds so God can bless your effort. As Diane said, God has to be first, right? So when you sow your seeds, He will reward you. I'm living proof. The best feature of being a Sparkle Boss is flexibility. So we move through different seasons and things happen. And I would be remiss if I did not discuss the shift we're going through right now, where some ladies may have to step out and get a part-time or full-time job. Do not feel that because you're getting that part-time or full-time job that you have to leave Premier.
Yes.
Why? Because Premier will never leave you.
That's right.
Woo!
You do not. Picture this. Picture that you went out and got a part-time job and then you promoted to executive director and then silver director less than 30 days later while raising 4 teenagers, a husband, and doing a Christian ministry. Who was that? Diane Durkin. Right? It's possible. Remember, multiple streams of revenue keeps you financially stable and helps you come out of debt, pay some debt down. So Premier is the greatest asset to help you have those multiple streams of revenue. It's here for a reason. Do not, I repeat, do not quit. And remember this, hashtag, busy women know how to get things done.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Busy women know how to get things done and eliminate all the procrastination. And I have to say this because Mr. Randy Draper, this is great. Change is inevitable, but misery is an option, right? So when those challenges arise, we conquer them, right? It shows our character. So keep moving forward. And remember, you are a Sparkle Boss and hashtag, say it with me, busy women know how to
Get things done.
We're just going to do a real quick lightning round here.
Uh-oh.
I like it when Drew says that on the Chic Space, so I wanted to say it. 2 seconds. What does the mission of Premier mean to you? How does that keep you going?
The mission of Premier means to touch lives, putting God first.
Amen.
That's my mission. That's my mission.
Nothing. When I saw that last year, when that little video went up, that little clip that went up, it said $120 million had been given to ministry.
That's right.
I knew there was nothing I could do with my life that would add more financially to the kingdom of God.
That's awesome. Premier means to me our future, and it has given me so much to be able to also give back to other women. It's given me something that I didn't know about myself, and that I like to encourage women, I like to lead women, and I like to get them to where they want to go. So I think that it gives so many opportunities to whatever level you want to be in Premier.
Give these girls a huge round of applause. We love you. Everyone, no matter how much you do, full-time, part-time, anytime, fun time. I think that's what your Robot always says. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a great rest of your rally. Good job, girls.